On the first day of this most blessed novena, the heavenly Princess Mary, after slight rest, according to the example of her father David, and according to the diurnal order and arrangement laid out for her by the Lord, left her couch at midnight, and prostrate in the presence of the Most High, commenced her accustomed prayer and holy exercises. The angels who attended upon her spoke to her and said, "Spouse of our King and Lord, arise, for his majesty calls thee." She raised herself with fervent affection and answered, "The Lord commands the dust to raise itself from the dust." And turning toward the countenance of the Lord, who called her, she added, "Most high and powerful Master, what wishest thou to do with me?" At these words, her most holy soul was raised in spirit to a new and higher habitation, closer to the same Lord, and more remote from all earthly and passing things. She felt at once that she was being prepared by those illuminations and purifications which at other times she had experienced in some of the most exalted visions of the divinity. I do not dwell on them since I have described them in the first part. The divinity manifested itself not by an intuitive but by an abstractive vision, however so clearly that by it she understood more of this incomprehensible object than what the blessed see and enjoy by intuition. For this vision was more exalted and more profound than the others of that kind, since this heavenly lady made herself more capable day by day, and, because she made such perfect use of graces, she disposed herself for ever greater ones. Moreover, the repeated enlightenments and visions of the divinity continually enabled her to respond more and more befittingly to its infinite operations. In this vision, our Princess Mary learned most high secrets of the divinity and of its perfections, and especially of God's communications ad extra in the work of creation. She saw that it originated in the goodness and liberality of God, that creatures were not necessary for supplementing his divine existence, nor for his infinite glory, since without them he was glorious through the interminable eternities before the creation of the world. Many sacraments and secrets were manifested to our Queen, which neither can nor should be made known to all, for she alone was the only one, the chosen one, selected by the highest King and Lord of creation for these delights. But as Her Highness, in this vision, perceived this impulse and inclination of the divinity to communicate itself ad extra with a force greater than that which makes all the elements tend toward their center, and as she was drawn within the sphere of this divine love, she besought the Eternal Father with heart aflame that he send his only begotten into the world and give salvation to men, since in this manner he should satisfy and, speaking humanely, execute the promptings of his divinity and its perfections. These petitions of his spouse were very sweet to the Lord. They were the scarlet lace with which she bound and secured his love. And in order to put his desires into execution, he sought first to prepare the tabernacle or temple, whither he was to descend from the bosom of the Eternal Father. He resolved to furnish his beloved and chosen mother with a clear knowledge of all his works ad extra, just as his omnipotence had made them. On the first day, therefore, and in this same vision, he manifested to her all that he had made on the first day of the creation of the world, as it is recorded in Genesis, and she perceived all with greater clearness and comprehension than if she had been an eyewitness, for she knew them first as they are in God, and then as they are in themselves.